Greetings, loved ones. Today we're going to talk about clues that can indicate a child is being neglected. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and hit the notification bell, and please share these messages with others. You could save a life. So let's talk about clues to recognizing neglect. Indicators of neglect must be considering the parent's cultural mores and financial ability to provide. Poverty is not neglect. Because many situations of neglect require judgment calls, you must be careful not to use personal values as the decision-making standard. Instead, ask yourself if the child is adequately supervised, appropriately and sufficiently clothed for the weather, clean and practicing good hygiene, receiving necessary medical and dental care, having nutritional needs met, assured of a safe, warm, and sanitary shelter, and receiving adequate love and emotional support. You can also ask if they're receiving necessary developmental and educational stimulation. So let's look at some physical indicators of abuse. One would be chronic uncleanness or poor hygiene, including lice, scabies, severe or untreated diaper rash, bed sores, body odor, squinting. Another would be unsuitable clothing, like missing key articles of clothing such as underwear, socks, shoes, or coat, or they're overdressed in hot weather or underdressed in cold weather. You can also ask if there's an untreated illness or injury, or observe excessive sunburn, colds, insect bites, or other conditions which would indicate prolonged exposure to the elements. You can also check to see if height and weight significantly are below the age level, and do they lack immunizations? Then there are some behavioral indicators of abuse, such as unusual school attendance, such as frequent or chronic absence, lateness, coming to school early or leaving late, chronic hunger, tiredness or lethargy, begging or collecting leftovers. Substance abuse could also indicate child abuse. A child assuming adult responsibilities, or they report there's no caretaker in the home, or they are committing vandalism or delinquency. Remember that indicators of neglect must be considered, considering parental cultural mores and financial ability to provide. Poverty is not neglect because many situations of neglect require judgment calls. You must be careful to not use personal values as the decision-making standard. But if you do suspect the neglect of a child, you must report your suspicions to the authority so they can realize an investigation. It is not your job to investigate, only to report. According to the CDC, over half of all the children in the world, that's 1 billion children ages 2 to 17, are experiencing violence every year. The question is not if you'll encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. Those who suffer violence need to know that those who love them and those who don't even know them will reach out to them and give them the help they need before it's too late. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button and the notification bell, and please share these messages with others. You could save a life. If you're a victim of violence, listen to me. You are valued. You are loved. You're intelligent and you are worthy. God does not want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live free from violence in peace and tranquility. There is a way out. It's not your fault. Abuse is not love. And most of all, I want you to know that you're not alone. If you're a victim of violence, please reach out to someone today. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. If you know of a child or other person suffering violence, tell the authorities. In our next episode, we will begin talking about psychological and emotional abuse of children. Until then, God bless you.